Hi, my friend. If we haven't had the chance to meet in person, I'm Kimberly Davis. So when I think about this coming year, I'm filled with so much emotion. There's anticipation, yes, as I suspect there is for you as well, because 2020 was, well, I don't really have to tell you what 2020 was, you know. So there's anticipation, yes, but there's also so much hope. And it is what is it we are going to do to make our hopes a reality that is ever present in my mind. So the question that keeps coming up for me is, what do I want this year to look like? And I think it's an important question for you to ask yourself as well. What do you want this year to look like for you? And as you well know, there are things that we can control and things that are well outside of our realm of control. But I want to remind myself and remind you that the way that we think about the situations in our lives and the way that we show up in our lives is what gives us the power to transform our reality. So I remember about 2 years ago, I was spending a lot of time with a loved one who was recovering in a hospital who had suffered a severe trauma. And I remember going into the hospital every single day, and I would watch these dedicated nurses and techs and recovery teams fight to repair these lives that had been shattered. And never before that time had I witnessed such a collective commitment and care. Even in the most heartbreaking of circumstances, everywhere I looked, I saw love in action. And it was so evident to me that this is what true bravery looks like. Because you'd think in an environment where there was so much pain and so much suffering that would bring out the darker side in people. And I expected to see families lashing out at the unfairness of it all, and that the air would be fused with frustration and anger and fear. But no, the hallways pulsed with determination. Everywhere I looked, I saw fierce commitment. And you know what it was? It was purpose in action. And it was contagious. If we focus on our pain and our fears, if we project our 2020 into 2021, we will live into that focus. If we focus on what might happen or whether or not we will fail or survive, we will cripple ourselves. But if instead we shift our focus off of ourselves onto the impact we want to have on others, it unleashes the best of who we are, and it makes it possible for us to move through the darkness and be the light. You are far more powerful than you even know. The goodness that you put out in the world, your impact, it is contagious. So I ask you again, what do you want your 2021 to look like? So one thing that's helpful for me is to think about how I want the situations in my life to turn out before I even enter them. So I imagine them as if they'd already taken place. So right now, I'm picturing myself a year from now and asking myself, what would I like the people in my life to remember about me from our time together in 2021? When I think about me at the end of the year and the people I know and love, I want them to feel special. I want them to feel seen and know that they are heard and know that they matter. I want them to remember us laughing. I want them to remember that we did not shy away from the hard topics and from telling ourselves the truth. And as Thoreau once challenged us, we did not shy away from living deep and sucking the marrow out of life. I want people to remember that I lived fully with a grateful heart, and that in some way, somehow, I made a difference. And with this clarity, I have the opportunity to turn my hope into action. How would you like this year in your life to unfold, this year of your life at work, this year of your life with your family, with your friends, with your community, this one precious year that is your life? Get present to that. And may this awareness lead you to creating a remarkable new year with memories that you and the people in your life will cherish for years to come. And if we do that collectively, our hope for a new year will become our reality.